At the Greco-Roman wrestling competition at the 2016 Rio Olympics, many rule modifications were introduced aimed at fast, aggressive action on the mat. As the reaction of the large and enthusiastic crowd in the Olympic arena showed, the modifications were successful, and the 6 Greco-Roman wrestling events served as great entertainment and won-to surprises. The first one came in the 59 kilograms weight class, the opening event of the Games, and where Japanese Shinobuota appeared out of nowhere to beat several medal contenders on his unlikely way to the final, the highlight of which was his victory over 6-time world champion Hamid Sourian of Iran already in the first bout. However, in the final, the defending world champion Ismael Borrero of Cuba was waiting for the Japanese, who was in no mood to let Ota spoil his big day. After taking the first chance to lift and throw his Japanese opponent to the mat in the first period, Borrero sealed his victory with another shot in the second period, coming out victorious with a score of 8-0. To create gender parity between men's and women's events, one weight class was eliminated from the men's freestyle and Greco-Roman wrestling programs, and 2 additional categories were added to the women's program. As part of the rearrangement in Rio de Janeiro, the men's up to 74 kilograms gained 1 kilogram. This change didn't change much for Russian wrestler Roman Vlasov, despite a split eyebrow in an early bout. The 2012 London champion comfortably defeated China's Yang Bin in the quarterfinals and Croatia's Bozo Starcevic in the semifinals before outclassing Denmark's Mark Madsen and securing gold for the second straight Games. On the second day of competition, Cuban Mijain Lopez solidified his place among the greatest wrestlers of all time, winning his 3rd consecutive gold at 130 kilograms. He equaled the legendary Russian wrestler Alexander Karelin, who also won 3 Olympic titles. In a repeat of the 2015 World Championship final, Lopez fought for gold against Riza Kayaalp of Turkey, who then defeated the Cuban. This time, however, Lopez, who carried the Cuban flag at the opening ceremony, was determined to avoid a repeat, and already in the 20th second of the fight he threw his opponent and scored for technical points. By the end of the first period, the gap had grown to 5 points. Then, in the second period, Lopez quickly increased it to 6. 1 minute later, the referee gave Kayaalp a 2-point penalty after he appeared to punch the Cuban in the face. The resulting 8-point gap would have caused the fight to be stopped automatically, but the decision was quickly reversed, interrupting Lopez's celebration. However, even though he didn't score any more points, the Cuban was soon celebrating his victory. After collecting his 3rd consecutive gold, Lopez said, "I'm so proud to have reached the same level as the great Karelin. It's just a huge honor. I promised I would do it, and I did." In addition to his Olympic hat trick, Lopez also won 5 world titles and 3 silver medals, cementing his status as a wrestling legend in Cuban sport. In the 85 kilograms weight class final, European Games winner Davor Chakvetadze of Russia lost to world champion Zhan Beleniuk of Ukraine 0 in the first period, but rallied to defeat his opponent 9-2 in the second. "The first period was a little hard for me," Chakvetadze admitted afterwards, "but in the second period I was able to concentrate and win. I pulled myself together, concentrated, and finished the match. I am the happiest person on earth. I want to thank everyone who supported me." Silver medalist Beleniuk rated his own performance a 3 out of 5, adding, "In the second half of the final, the fight didn't work out for me. My opponent was serious and uncomfortable for me. I'll have to keep practicing if I'm going to win next time. We've met 5 times, and with tonight's bout it's 3-2 in his favor." With all the top contenders in the previous rounds sidelined, the 66 kilograms final was a battle of outsiders, as Davor Stefanek of Serbia fought for gold against Mihran Harutyunyan of Armenia. The Armenian took the lead with a single point after the first period, although the Serb tied the score in the second round, which became 1-1. That was the final score, and since he was the last to score, Stefanek took the gold. After enduring the dramatic finale, Stefanek showered praise on the team around him. "From the first moment I entered the competition, I felt like I was giving everything I had. This is a gold medal for my hometown of Subotica." By winning Serbia's first ever Olympic wrestling title, Stefanek also gave his country its first gold in Rio 2016 and only its second in Olympic history. In the 98 kilograms category, the main gold medal favorite and London 2012 bronze medalist, Artur Alexandian was impressive in all his matches and controlled Yasmani Daniel Lugo Cabrera of Cuba in the final without much trouble, winning 3-0. In doing so, he became the first Armenian wrestler to win multiple Olympic medals. Explaining that he was stronger after finishing third 4 years earlier, the 24-year-old Alexanyan said, "I came here for the gold and I'm proud to get it. After London, I made it to the finals of the World Championships 3 times and won twice, so a lot of people thought I was the favorite for this competition. There was a lot of pressure, but I was able to handle it.